Hi, welcome to the Dexter Loves Annie Crafty podcast, episode 2. It's been almost 2 weeks. We're doing an early one. I was thinking about trying to do it every 2 weeks. I'm going away, so I'm going to do this one a bit early, which means there's less to show you, but that's okay. So we're up to 10 subscribers already. Thank you, everyone who subscribed. Lots of likes on my video so far, so hopefully I'm doing things that you all like. If not, or if you'd like to see other things or new things or whatever, please let me know and I will get on with that. At some point I need to get better with the tech, really. If I'm going to film any kind of how-tos, I'm going to have to get better with the tech, get a camera that I can actually point at what I'm doing and stuff. At the moment I'm talking to my iPad. It's very difficult to do things and hold the iPad at the same time. So yeah, but leave your comments down below. Anything you'd like to say. I am joined by my trusty little Dexter down here, curling up as small as possible so that I don't move him off the sofa, and actually growling at me if I try and move him. So let's get on with works in progress. Okay. I hand make all my bags, and I linked the tutorial for how to do them in my first podcast in the bar underneath the video. This is a halved version of that. So in here we have the second sock of the Crazy Sock Lady pattern for Rhinebeck Roomies. Here is a completed sock. Actually didn't come out too badly. Once it's blocked and you can see the colours in the yarn better, actually I rather like it, and it fits perfectly. I always try and cast on the second sock straight away, because there is such a thing as second sock syndrome, and I've done that before. I've done it with gloves as well, actually, to be fair. I cast on the second one straight away, otherwise I might not, and that has certainly happened with the mermaid tail socks, because I haven't cast on the second one of those, but I will. I'm kind of trying to do Christmas presents at the moment. So again, this yarn is made by Malabrigo and the colourway is Mask. And I got all confused in my last podcast because as I'm looking at this is a mirror image, but apparently it comes out fine, so good. These are 9-inch circular needles. They're made by Chalgu. So they've got the red cable in them, and the size of the needle is 2.25mm. And I'm actually really liking using the 2.25mm. It's working out pretty fast when I do it. So that's that one. The mermaid sock, if you remember from the first podcast, I did finish the first one. I showed it in the last one as well. But I have not cast on the second one, and I'm probably not going to for a while. I have 2 on the go. Only 2 socks on the go, actually. Now I say that. So, okay, show you bag. I know you like the bags. Half size bag again. Sock number 2 of ankle length socks. We call them ankle socks or trainer socks in the knitting world, but I don't know whether it's an Americanism or just what you call it as a knitter, but a lot of people, all the patterns, call them shorty socks. So because literally that's the leg. So I am doing the gusset, which is where it comes down from the big fat heel bit down into the toe. I've done a slip stitch heel, which is a knit one, slip one all the way across. I've done a contrasting heel flap, contrasting cuff, 10 rows for the cuff, 10 rows for the leg. This is a 2x2 rib. But yeah, leg, cuff. Confusing myself now. And these are actually knitted on 9-inch circulars, but it's fairly impossible to do the gusset on those, so I've switched to double pointed needles just for this bit, and very soon I'll put them back onto the 9-inch circulars and carry on. So the make of this yarn, if you remember from my first podcast, there was an old ball of yarn and I'd gotten 1.5 way through a pair of socks and run out. Well, on my search for this yarn, and you'll remember from my acquisitions from last podcast, they were called Drops Fable, and it's a 50-gram ball, hence the running out. This is that other one actually. I will list the colourways in the bottom. I know the yellow one is called Mustard and the green one is called Green Print, but they have numbers attached to those as well. So just to be on absolutely clear, I'll list that down below for you if anybody fancies doing a bit of that. So that is whip number 2. Now then, haven't really got very far on this one. I have done some. This is my jumper t-shirt jumper. Haven't done masses. A bit of lace across the bottom. And it's a yarn that I dyed myself. It is a fingering weight yarn, hence, you know, an evening of knitting will get you an inch of fabric. If I was sticking to the pattern, I could start the armholes now, but I am not built for short jumpers, so we're going to make it a bit longer. Last work in progress, or whip if you will. I forgot to show you this one last week. This bag, show you the bag, mustn't forget the bag. There we go. This is the full bag pattern. I've done it in a cotton canvas, and this is a little badge my sister got me. So in here we have a hat in 4-ply yarn, no, DK yarn that I dyed myself in pink, purple and turquoise. Yeah, pink, purple and turquoise. So this is, I've forgotten what the name of the hat is. I'll show you the pattern in a minute. This is quite a popular pattern as well, found on Ravelry. This is the hat so far. And what happens is you knit the hat, you keep going until it measures something like 52 inches for an adult. I think I'm a medium adult in this pattern, and then you knit this bit backwards, so you've basically got one big tube with hat bits on the end, and then you hold it double. When I started it, I started on bigger needles and I didn't like it so much. It was a bit stiff, so I changed down to 4mm needles. These are circular needles, and yeah, I like it a lot better. It's a lot floppier. It's going to be very warm because it is superwash merino, so it's going to be warm. My little sheep's progress marker. I use progress markers to indicate where I'm at with shaping as well, and I'll maybe do a video on that another day, but I will move position to tell myself where I'm at with the shaping. So I'll move it up if I'm on a shaping round, and I'll move it down if I'm not, because I forget very easily. So that was the Musselburgh hat. That is found on Ravelry by Isolde Teague. This is the pattern, and that's how it will look when it's made up. So it's one continuous and extra long, so you can make a band or wear it as a slouch beanie, and you can do it in any weight of yarn as well, which is great. She's got charts and whatnot. You do a bit and then measure your gauge as you're going, which is great, not having to do a swatch. And then once you've measured, you can work out what part of the chart you're following, and it's great, love it. So that's very popular. It's a World War II era pattern apparently. This is my second, and I love it. Okay, finished items. There is one. Oh yeah. Here we go. Ready? The yarn came. So these are actually quite green, and they are for my husband, and now that I've shown you, he's allowed to have them. He'll be very happy with that. We'll have stitch markers in. That's how I count. So I did 20 rows of 2x2 rib here, 10, 20, there's 30 rows here, slip stitch heel, heel turn, flap, heel gusset. This is all Crazy Sock Lady pattern basics for the vanilla sock, and then he takes 10, 20, 30, 40 rows for the foot, and then just a standard decreased toe. And I apologise for the light in here, actually it's getting dark. I've been faffing about all day. I have filmed my Tour de Fleece vlog already and got that up, but I have also had a dye day. I've been dyeing some fibre, which will come next. Spoiler alert, fibre coming. So in between setting off things to boil, turning them off, letting them cool, having lunch, you know, all that fun stuff, it's gotten a bit late to film, so my apologies. So funny story, as you remember, I got 1.5 ways through this pair, and I ran out of wool because it was an old ball in my stash, and that I'd found in a bag. And so I trawled the internet and Amazon and eBay and what have you for a second ball. I found one, but also in the process found a load more that I wanted to buy in this this brand of sock yarn. Got them finished, was rummaging upstairs at the weekend. Guess what I found? I had 2 balls already. So there will be more in this, because I've now got 1.5 balls of this stuff. That's what's left from 2 socks, honestly. Do you have more than one stash? I bet you do. Make me feel better. Tell me you do. The other finished object, and it's a half finished object, but it was the finished sock. And these are actually for my sister's boyfriend. Ankle shorty sock, whatever you want to call it. 10, 10, slip stitch heel, contrasting cuff, heel flap and toe. I really like them actually. He likes camo a lot. He does a lot of fishing. He's got lots of camo gear that he wears, so I think that will suit him very well. He likes lots of bright colours too, so he might end up, because it's his birthday in December as well, so one pair will be for his birthday, and I'll probably make him another pair for Christmas, because he really appreciates hand knit stuff. I think his mum knits as well. So it's really nice to be able to make stuff for people that actually appreciate it, because otherwise there's no point, is there? So tell me, who do you knit for? Who appreciates knitting in your life, or crochet, or whatever it is you make? Who do you actually create for? Tell me in the comments. Final finished object, there is another one. I made this for myself. Now, this is machine embroidery. I have a Brother Innovis version 1, an old donkey of a machine. And I saw this and I thought it was fantastic. It is a book cover. It's made in vinyl. It has this strap to keep it all together. And look, how clever is that? I don't remember where the pattern's from. I'll list it down below. It was an absolute pig to sew, and many died before this was born. I've also made a little A7 one in green, but I haven't tidied that one up yet. And here you just buy little notepads to go in. When it's full, take it out again, throw it away, store it, whatever, put a new one in. I'm actually using the front few pages to note down my tour de fleece. So it's got a day planner, so I can write down how far I've got to so far. So that was fun. My little notebook, zombie apocalypse. It's very apt. Okay, so finished objects. It's kind of finished, but not, because it's still wet. But I got it in for you because I'm like that, because I can't wait. Look, this is what I've done today. This is superwash merino. It's 100 grams. And there is teal, purple, pink and yellow. Try and find you a yellowy bit. There we go. That's quite nice. And the kind of the object with this is that I'm going to be able to take it away with me. We're going to do some camping in the van for a few days, and I can't take my spinning wheel with me. So I'm taking a little handheld drop spindle, and I can just sit out in the fresh air with the dogs, watching the world go by and spinning my yarn. There's also another one on the go. It's soaking actually, because I put too much pigment in. It's just having a wash. I'll insert a photo here of it. That is black, cherry red and black mixture. There's not quite 100 grams of that. I just pulled off a load and because I was having too much fun and I didn't want to stop. In terms of tour de fleece, if you're watching that, you've already seen this, but this is where we're at with tour de fleece. This is all plant fibres and biodegradable nylon, bio nylon, bamboo and sisal, which is seaweed. And I've got about the same again to spin, but we're on a rest day today, which is why I got all of the dyes out. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's gonna be it for this podcast, episode 2. And just want to say thank you everyone for showing up and watching. I'm up to 10 subscribers, very exciting. Really thank you, those of you who are supporting me. And if you're not yet subscribed and this is your kind of stuff, then please subscribe, please like my video, it all helps. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.